Joe's poems. So I just want to first talk about an intro to this book. I came across I don't know how I came across it. It was over 6 years ago that this was posted, but I found it a couple years ago. There was a Yahoo Answers website, the website Yahoo Answers. Someone posted on Yahoo Answers, what can I name my poetry book? And the answer that one of the people suggested, the person who asked it was, I think, Carrie, and I think she was 14 years old. Someone named Joe wrote this on the Yahoo Answers website. And I included a screenshot of this in the book as kind of a lead-in. A collection, and this is Joe's answer, a collection of about 18 poems I wrote for homework and for school. It's an assignment. There are poems that are dark, some are bubbly love, some are neutral, parentheses, everything. Not anything like Joe's poems, in quotation marks. Maybe something like a quote, too weird to live, too rare to die, or something like, intriguing expression of words. Yucky, but it's an example. Spelled intriguing wrong. Thanks so much, in all caps, all suggestions help, love, Joe. I don't know why it says Carrie asked that question. Maybe this was Joe using Carrie's account. Anyway, I'm going to go now read this. This book actually features 22 poems. There's 4 iTunes bonus tracks. So I'm flipping to this. This is the table of contents here. And here we have on the first poem. So I'm going to get right into reading the poems. This is the audio/video book for Joe's poems. This first poem is called Marketing Man. Just ate my able-bodied cable television and watched it digest, too. Through glass intestines, it's destined to be displayed inside the Louvre. The channel that is stuck on, fuckhead, is one for righteous dudes. Marketing Man's got a Sep Viva tan, a bracelet made of his wife's pubes. We wallow in a lobby with snobby folks in MFA shoes. The coat rack is stacked with fashion, action unfit for the noobs. Animal skin for the mother effing win, to cover your T&A, prudes. You take the hand of the marketing man, shuffle off for a satellite view. Moving right along to a poem called Spelling Bees. We suffer well for these words in a hell of spelling bees, through see-through helicopters and telltale apathy. In a truth stuck in transit, and plans without bandwidth. A muckraker moans, alone, he can't stand it. Imbibing with Biden. Untold talents as malfeasance, sleeping in seamless micro-silence. Imbibing with Biden. Why does everyone see a humor there? I shake my head. Stakes in the red, I black out. You're fracking now, slack jaw and lacking. Everyone is cool here, not that I care. This poem is called Friday, and it was actually published in an online literary poetry place called New Wave Vomit some time ago. Friday. Every Friday I draw something weird on the top post-it note of the post-it notepad on my desk at work. I know that the cleaning people see these drawings because the post-it notepad is always returned to the same position on my desk, which is right next to the stapler. I never leave the post-it notepad in the same place twice. Last Friday I drew a demonic bunny. I would like to find a new job, but times are tough in this economy. When I return to work on Mondays, I take the post-it note drawing and stick it in a book I am making called Drawings I Know the Cleaning People Saw Exactly One Time. If this book makes the New York Times bestseller list, I'm not going to lie, I will be pleased. There wasn't a cleaning service at the last office I worked at. We had to take turns bringing the trash out ourselves. Boy, was that a bummer. Sympathy Shortcuts, Meanderings on the Outer Reaches of Us. That's Sympathy Shortcuts. Meanderings on the Outer Reaches of Us. I don't need your sympathy shortcuts. You're a banker of pork roll. Let's go snorkel. Sounds so indifferent in plentiful tones. In scoundrels the grounds to abort is too bold. The world isn't round no more than this game. The urge to insert with passivity regains momentum, and then some guy you once knew from a crowd can't undo all the pain you've been through. But how could he? He took ye in your life by the scruff of its neck like the long way home wasn't never explored yet. A bottle of Panye. Sip it nimbly in Male. Oh baby, come on and rescue me tamales. And by tamales I don't mean food. I don't mean to be ruthless, wretched, bullheaded, or crude. I am a cool dude. I want you to explore the outer reaches of us and fill in the blanks, baby, plus some other stuff. We can get there, we can be trill. Oh wait, wrong turn. This is hell. This is helping. Blank thoughts, bad feelings. Blank thoughts, bad feelings. High hopes with low ceilings. The cash cow is so irrational. The rash's glow is a gash again. The sorry signals of Pudlin in a muddy transit, wimpy lights in vast color shooting through the dark. The dancers cut lines on the wrists of a lark. On tables, trouble bubbles in a pot. A parakeet we used to trust has been shot. Now the only voice we can hear is our own. It isn't vague or hoarse or lacking in tone, but it's sad and it bursts through the roof. Its sonic drone is alone and aloof. With blank thoughts, bad feelings, we say, come again, mistakes, to take us away. And we wait because it's all we can do. We used to feel something, and it felt, sometimes, so true. Christmas tree transitions. All your festering dialects mean nothing to me. I was creating an anagram. I thought time was free. The furlough of perchance is meandering now in menacing soirees of solitude. Wow. Lemon-lime lipstick pickled by prudes to sell back sometimes to the neediest dudes. Their minds stretch thin, their blood shines through. It's a colorful problem, what's confusion to do? Christmas tree transitions resist the quickest of quick, the fittest of wigs, till we're down on top like a cap or a star, like the thing on a thing that is glued to the bar. Knockoffs knocking, they don't use the bell. They're not carolers, but boy, they have stories to tell. So we wear their tuneless wardrobes with non-committal frowns on our faces. Where else? We've got to get out of this town. Got to get out of this town. Poem for Eddie Slovak. The slang dangler is going to whip out their colloquial, cyclical, umbilical tongues to wrap us in word fun, double metaphorically, e.g. anaconda, human centipede. Think Ice-T meets Rick M and say, feed me. From the top on that one. Poem for Eddie Slovak. The slang dangler is going to whip out their colloquial, cyclical, umbilical tongues to wrap us in word fun, double metaphorical, e.g. anaconda, human centipede. Think Ice-T meets Rick M and C. Feed me. To torturous to Rorschach, post-apocalypse, in that fashion solipsistically. I never hedge, never wet my deathbed, keep my jokes wit sharp for rape jokes in Shark Week instead. Sleek evil mentions in my timeline stacking up like the cash of Jerry Buss or the bus Jerome, get it? Bettis is the surname and surely I'm to blame, but don't stress. And don't kill the poet or Eddie Slovak or the ones who already know it, the dead, undead messenger sent from the city of Nova. To clarify my ebooks with the scotch of clarity, you will see. A circle succumbs to Pythagorean. I'm dreaming. Seaman, the circle is squared in half. The area is scarier and no doubt unbearable. They lost the plane, there are no words, just water and birds. That was a tricky one, that poem. Moving right along. This poem's called Lying is Love. How do you act super unsatisfactory, like a faction of factories collapsed under apathy? You run till your heart pounds with fear, and the only redeeming factor you hear is the sound of a whisper trapped in a memory. Lying is love, it seems to say. You're trapped, so you just run away. Fantasy baseball. I should add that this is the worst poem in the collection. All the fantasy baseball playboys on roids know that November's the scariest month of the year. But why this is so is a mystery, you know. Fuck man, it just isn't clear. Maybe Thanksgiving, the foreboding cold, or the fact holiday death season is waiting in vain. These are reasons enough to snuff at your love and cleanse all the leftover pain. So take what you can from the dust storms, and then wash out every children with mouths. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, let's go to the bar. My struggle needs a little more ouch. So bad. This is the second worst poem in the book. It's called Patriotism, in parentheses, a Pittsburgh Thing. The cult of you is big, but what happens when you lose your way? I was wondering about bees, you say, with a fluttering drawl as you, well, walk away. And stay, state secrets, stay. Don't fly like the bile in your pronunciations, sticking to the walls in Californian formations. Oh, nation, you bleed, you vomit your needs in an escrow account offshore in St. Bour's. The tour has taken years, and we're still only in the foyer, it seems. Someone has to write a poem, and not worry about it being bad, you scream. And I nod in silence. I do know what you mean. All these words are black and yellow. Lady in a bee suit, a rap genius says it's a Pittsburgh thing. So mellow. Smiley face. Hammer and I weep putting holes in the wall. In the end, it wasn't a boom but a fixture, and we fixed our wet eyes on it for the very first time. There it had been hiding all along, for this massive stretch of weeks and years. There, I tell the thing, stuck as it is. If we're emotional now, my hammer and I, then it's only the beginning. One day we'll be the thing impaled, so to speak. I put my finger in the hole, the thing gently massages the tip, and it feels that special tingle. It harnesses an energy and writes a novel about it. Cinnabon. I like to think I am fun, but the truth is I never liked Cinnabon. My fingers never had the stomach. For a wet nap I'd I'll come running. So some of you want to embody shoes, entomb sneakers in a strip mall in Kalamazoo? Body is my religion and tone is my God, but I'd never rob Peter to snub Mary and Paul. And what of location? You can't yet forge a plastic surge without the paint of St. Patience. The fourth bishop of Metz? Oh, what a mess. The vile evil legs of desire are raked over the fire and filleted. It's cannibalism over Cinnabon. You weren't lying the first time, son. I said it wasn't any fucking fun. You weren't listening the first time, my son, and I said it wasn't any fucking fun. Much like recording this audiobook. This next poem is called The Sweet Relics of Redundancy. The Sweet Relics of Redundancy. That there bad is a bastion of hope. I want to survive, but I can't even cope. Is it redundant? Do we have enough rope to tie to this pickup the Holy Father, the Pope? We won't actually drag him, but the memory of. The light is too bright, shining down from above. The park ranger is crying, his hands shaking in gloves. Did you hear Ozzy Osbourne bites the heads off of doves? And in my canister, Mom, I keep the gerbil remains. In plain sight of day is where the white bones must stay. Sometimes my robot children like to remove them and play. They use them as drumsticks, and on the drum kit, oh, how they rage. The future is in transactions. We pay with this money we're gifted, extending our arms, and the thing to scan is built right in. Whatever you're getting and however it comes, scan right here, please. Look, even babies. Well, of course, babies. The future is so messed up. I like to buy my mom a diamond necklace on the internet. Will the cyber screen take my wrist in the same fashion? But of course. It's another imperfect system, but it is fun and new. Accounting is still bad, and the true cost of the deduction, unknown. But it's go time worldwide, so get ready. Leave it all behind you. This is the true way of being. Whatever's left over at the end of the day, you spend that on yourself. Buying is just like the pushing of blood now, just like breathing. It was always moving through us. It wants to be like this, sir. With money comes connection. So why wouldn't money equal connections in the future? Nothing is earned, it is only gifted. The gift of currency is inside all of us. We are the future, and the future is transactions. This poem was called Triple Semicolon. Just 3 semicolons, that's the title. A story. The queen bee at the Bible study retreat with skis on takes a liberty too many for the season. It's treason. What she's done is no fun. So, wouldn't you catch... Let's start over from the top. This is a bit of a tongue twister. A story. The queen bee at the Bible study retreat with skis on takes a liberty too many for the season. It's treason. What she done is not fun. So you wouldn't couldn't catch me. Wouldn't you fetch me? A mirror to see me doing it to triple semicolon drone shoguns, no less. Hey, nice vest. My own style transgressed. I'm bleh, said the lever to the same lever's head. My life takes on water. New meaning, no weight. I'm mean and bilingual and no fun to date. It's a tricky one. Tom Brady. I saw Tom Brady as a boy in the scattered pixelation of a powder blue pass rush, undressing a salad with Q-tips. He fed all the carrots to an undeserving baby aardvark and did a bad job so they all tasted like French dressing. It was at the lobster soccer match in 2028 when Tommy ditched his wife for the biological mother of their adopted crustaceans. Just let that one sink in. The hue of the pill. I don't understand the hue of the pill. Why is it orangey blue and not pinky gray still? Who decides this if this is not for the kids? No socket for electrics, eyes or cart things could hold the angst I feel toward these untoward decisions. Incisions on skin, maybe a better way to transport the drug via blood supply, say? Because they're inside the veins, every color's the same. Our bodies the tubes, process hues like their names. And our brains have big ears, mispronouncing each spiel, changing each sad syllable to a noise we can't hear. Until we can't appreciate the hue of the pill or the original reasons we sought time to kill. This poem is called Death Only Comes, and it includes some Billy Joel lyrics, at which point I will sing them. That's the intermission of the poem, then the poem continues, and there's also a postscript footnote to the poem. Death only comes. Death only comes when you decide to have fun on a cruise ship with all that you love. You will find out at sea that death ceases to be a man with a knife out for blood. Yes, the form that it takes, please make no mistake, is a lion with the face of Billy Joel. So if you see that beast when you are right near the end, you'll be dead soon, just so you know. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. That is the chorus, yes, you probably know it, of Billy's most popular tune. And as the mist goes, if you sing it real slow, you can change the lion into a salad. The salad is food in the cruise ship's dining room, putting all the other patrons in danger. So if you want to cheat death, you can do it, I guess. The price is the lives of vacationing strangers. Then it's in the postscript, like I said, footnote to this is, the salad contains very poisoned, very tainted, very magical Billy Joel lion meat, and at least 90% of the cruise ship patrons need to eat the meat, thus killing them. And this is seen as a sufficient offering to the god they call the overseer of the Billy Joel lion, a.k.a. Death. Hummingbird. My hummingbird loves Arby's. His name is Clarence. He is named after the author of my favorite book. When he dies in 1982, I will be in mourning, Alonzo Mourning. I jump out of Alonzo Mourning's mouth, and I am a ladybug. I crawl on Steve Jobs' head. I implant the idea for Apple computers. I sit on the beach in Tahiti as the millions come in, but I don't care about money. This poem is called ISIS is Advancing and I Can't Pick Out a Fro-Yo. Do I want red velvet or something fruity instead? ISIS just chopped off another journalist's head. Eurotart feels like the worst one you can purchase. The barbarians destroy museum pieces on purpose. And then there's the fixings, don't get me started. Teen girls in London to fight for ISIS have departed. When it comes to mixing flavors, I don't think I can. The terror group is joining forces with Boko Haram. The final poem in this collection is called Female Japanese Feather. And then there's parentheses, the Japanese characters for that word, that I believe. Okay. Final poem. Artistic deep wound or artisan womb drip. What would you rather consume? I doubt willy-nilly aborted his warm dorm for abortion rights activist Mew. Taciturn emo or sensational endeavors on the eastmost side of the brain leave little to chance, so very little to range. It's a life we just cannot sustain. At or near capacity sass, lacking substance, humor, wit, and class, I venture indebted in incredible gaff as my loved ones look on aghast. That's the end of the book. I thank you so much for checking it out via the audio file or the video file where you could follow along with the words as I stumbled through some of them, but other sentences I said more cleanly. And that's just how it goes in life and in love. Thanks for being here.